Hey, sports fans, welcome back to another episode of Bucky Sports Show. We're going to talk today about round 3 of the Masters. It was moving day at Augusta. Always one of the best rounds of the years, and this one did not disappoint. Let's get right into it. Rory McIlroy, he fired a 66-72, but the interesting thing of note on Rory, he started with 6 consecutive threes. He is the first player in the history of the Masters to start with 6 consecutive threes to start the round. He is in the lead. He's up 2 strokes on Bryson DeChambeau. He's up 4 on Connors, and he's up 6 on Reed and Auberg. He really separated himself from the pack today. There's still a couple that have an opportunity to overtake him, but he really separated himself if he can play within himself tomorrow. Rory has had some issues at Augusta in the past, finding the cabins on 10 and just really wild shots that he just can't do anything with. So with that being said, hopefully for him tomorrow, he's going to be going out. He's going to be focused. This is the last major he needs for that career Grand Slam. So tomorrow will be very interesting to watch on Rory McIlroy there. Before we move on to Bryson, let's dig a little deeper here on Rory. His round today, he hit 12 of 18 greens. That's good for 67%. He hit 10 of 14 fairways for 71%. He was not in the sand. His putting today was 1.39. So that really saved him today. And then looking at his scorecard, like I talked about there a minute ago, he started birdie, eagle, birdie, par, birdie, par. And then he bogeyed 8 and 10. He birdied 13 and eagled 15. So when you look at the par 5s, he eagled 2 of them. So he played the par 5s at 4 under par. Just played an incredible round today. Bryson DeChambeau. Let's move on to him. He is in second place. He kind of got off to a hot start too. He started birdie. He went a little wild on his tee shot on 3, which led to a bogey. He bogeyed the 7th, made up for it with a birdie on 8. Bogeyed 12, but birdied 15, 16, and 18 coming in. For Bryson, some more numbers here. He hit 9 of 18 greens. That was only 50%. He only hit 50% of the greens. He was 11 of 14 from the fairway. That's 79%. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. I'm not sure what this noise is this computer's making here. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. If you can, my apologies. I'm back to Bryson. Sand saves, he was 50%. He was 2 of 4. And putting, again, putting was big. He was 1.39. So he really saved himself some strokes on the green. We'll move on to Corey Connors. Corey just kind of had a steady round. He birdied the second, bogeyed the fourth, bogeyed the sixth. So the two par threes there on the front kind of got him, and then he birdied 8, 9, 10, and parred his way out. He's 2 under, but he's only 4 back. Today, he hit 11 of 18 greens for 61%. He was 9 of 14 from hitting the fairways. That's 64%. He was 2 of 3 in sand saves for 67%. And his putting, he is 1.5 on the green. So, pretty solid putting day. He's played a really nice tournament. He's 8 over total. He's in 3rd place by himself. I just don't think he's going to have. I just don't think he can play well enough tomorrow to overtake McIlroy or DeChambeau. There's a chance one of them plays back to him, but I don't think both of them do. But this has been a fantastic tournament. I've really enjoyed watching him. I've said this in one of the other episodes. I didn't really know who he was coming in, so kind of nice watching him play this week. Let's talk a little Patrick Reed. It's the first we're talking of Patrick. He came into the day at 3 under par. He fired a 3 under 69 today. He birdied the 3rd, he bogeyed the 5th, he birdied the 8th, he bogeyed the 12th, birdied the 13th, birdied the 16th, and birdied the 18th. Kind of having a steady tournament. He is tied for 4th. So position-wise, he's there. Just kind of like Connors. I don't think he can play well enough to overtake McIlroy or DeChambeau. But we'll see. In his round today, he would hit 12 of 18 greens for 67%. Hit 11 of 14 fairways for 79%. He was 4 of 4 for sand saves. That is impressive. When you can get up and down out of the sand 100% of the time to save par, that's fantastic. And he had a 1.5 putting average on the day. Like I said, he's been steady. Round 1 he was 1 under, and then yesterday he was 2 under. Today he was 3 under. Tomorrow if he can shoot 4 under, 5, 6 under, he can give himself an opportunity. If McIlroy and DeChambeau play back to him. Ludwig Aberg, he is also tied for 4th, sitting at 6 under. He's 3 under on the day as well. He's had a just a steady tournament. Round 1, he shot 4 under. Yesterday, he was 1 over. So he came in. Today, he's 3 under. Today, 6 under for the tournament. He bogeyed 1. He birdied 2. He bogeyed 4. Birdied 8. And then he birdied 14, 15, and 16 going in for his 3 under 69. Just playing really well. His greens, he only hit 9 of 18 greens for 50%. His fairways, he's 11 of 14 for 79%. He's had no sand saves today. He was not in the sand today. His putting was 1.39. So his putting, again, saves the day for someone else. So those are main leaders here that have the best shots coming into tomorrow to win. But it is moving day at Augusta. And with all moving days, I do want to discuss a couple of guys that either didn't move or moved the wrong way. One that didn't move at all was Scotty Scheffler. He came into the day at 5 under, and he shot an even par 72. He birdied the second, he bogeyed the 7th, he bogeyed the 12th, and he birdied the 15th. He was in all sorts of trouble all day long, really scrambled his way around the course today. The greens, he hit 11 of 18 of those, 10 of 14 fairways. It just seemed like when he was on a fairway, he wasn't on a green. When he missed the fairway, he somehow found a way to just get back and manage that par. Sand saves, he was 2 out of 4 for 50% coming out of the sand today. And he was a 1.61 on his putting today. So when you talk about Augusta and the Masters and moving day, you really want these guys really try to take the risk. This is their risk reward day. And for Scotty, it didn't pan out. It just seemed like he was just kind of missing to where he just couldn't attack like he needed to. I don't know what it was. I haven't seen any quotes or heard him give an interview or anything yet, but he just looked off today, which is unfortunate. Now, with that being said, Scotty's good enough to put up a -7. So he has an outside chance, but I don't think he does with the tournament he's had. But we'll see. Then last, I want to talk about Justin Rose. Justin Rose was the first round leader at -7. I said in that recap, I didn't really think he would be able to produce those numbers again, and I think I'm going to be right on that. Yesterday he was 1 under to be the leader at 8 under. Today he was 3 over 75, so he's 5 under now. He bogeyed 4 and 7, then birdied 8, and then bogeyed 11, birdied 14, and then bogeyed 16 and 18 coming in. He had 2 3-putts on 16 and 18 coming in. He really struggled on the greens today. His putting, he was averaging over 2 putts a green. His average was 2.06 putts a green. That's just not good enough when you're in a major. His greens, he hit 16 of 18 greens for 89%. The fairways, he hit 12 of 14 for 86%. He was 0 of 1 coming out of the sand. His issue today was putting. And 16, he couldn't have been, his first putt was within 10 feet. It could not have been more than 10 feet. I don't know the exact. Let's see if I can find that here. He hit his tee shot to 5 feet and then hit his next putt 5 feet past. So he missed 2 5-footers on 16. Just not the way anyone wants to finish a round, especially in a major at Augusta. A couple of notes here. I did call for yesterday on a betting prop for Scheffler to have the best round of the day. That actually went to Rory McIlroy and Zach Johnson. Um, they both fired 66s today. Johnson's setting a -4. He's tied for 10th. Um, a really nice round coming off of yesterday's 74 for him. Looking at tomorrow, let's see here. See if I can find some Sunday pairings here to talk about. I don't know what the ties and all that, who's playing with who. So we'll just start here with the 150 group since we've talked about them here a little bit. Justin Rose and Zach Johnson pairing up against each other or with each other. At 2 p.m., Scheffler and Shane Lowry are going off. Shane Lowry's has had a steady tournament as well. 2:10, Ludwig Ahlberg and Jason Day. Again, Jason Day's just been playing steady. 2:20, Corey Connors and Patrick Reed go off. And then at 2:30, you got Rory McIlroy and Bryson DeChambeau. That should be anytime you got the leaders going off in a major in the last group, always exciting. But these two, they've done this before in a major, and DeChambeau came back from behind to get him. So it'll be interesting to watch that group tomorrow, to see if Bryson can repeat that. Again, Rory also looking for that career Grand Slam, looking for his first Masters. I think Rory pulls it out, but my bet for tomorrow is for Bryson to have a better day than Rory, but I think Rory plays well enough to hold him off. He's got two strokes to play with. I think Rory can hold him off, and win this thing. But we'll see. You never know what's going to happen. Sunday at Augusta's always an exciting day. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see you tomorrow at the conclusion of the Masters. Make sure you like, comment, follow, subscribe, whatever it is you do on your podcasts where you find them. Let's do it. Let's get it done. And we will see you tomorrow.